Well, the deadline to protest your property taxes is 1 month away, and many homeowners are debating whether or not to protest their value notice for 2026. We were down at the Harris Central Appraisal District this week, where some were there to protest the value amount they're being taxed on. But how do you know if that number is too high? I spoke with Henry Murdad, Executive Vice President of Betancourt Tax Advisors, for some guidance ahead of next month's deadline. How does a homeowner quickly check if their value is reasonable? How do you know that number you get sent home to you is something you should accept or maybe contest?
In my opinion, you should contest it all the time. You don't know because there's two values to think about. Is the original view, the value, the notice value that's come out, that's going to be somewhat equal to everybody else right now. But other people are going to protest their value, and those values should get lowered. You don't want to miss out on it. I suggest everybody protest their tax. You can always withdraw the protest if you want to, but you have to protest in order to get the evidence from the appraisal district and see what they're using. They may have the wrong information, not on purpose, but they could have the wrong information. So always protest your value.
Okay. And on that note, should you do it yourself or should you be hiring a company to help you file that protest?
Great question. If it's your home, if you're familiar with what's going on in the neighborhood, don't mind arguing with the appraisal district and have a couple hours to kill, do it yourself. You'll do fine and it's free. But if you don't have the time, if you don't have 2 to 4 hours to go sit at an appraisal district and wait for your hearing and so on, you have to hire someone. Keep in mind, if you're getting a flyer and it shows a tax savings, that's just the best estimate they can come up with. It's not a guarantee. So just make sure that things are done correctly.
And it's illegal for them to guarantee an outcome, correct?
It is. Most of those flyers make it sound like it's a guarantee, but if you flip it over in a size font 2 that you can't read, there's a disclaimer that says this is not a guarantee. Yes, it's against the code of ethics for property tax consultants to actually promise a result.
Now, if you are protesting yourself, arrive at the appraisal district with knowledge of the neighborhood, know what your neighbor's value notices are. Also, if you upgraded your home, take pictures so that you can prove that you've done that work, and make sure to note the square footage. You might think your home is exactly like your neighbor's, but it might not be, which will impact the value. He also acknowledged that not all appraisal districts are the same and that the chance of seeing a change in your home value after protesting varies from county to county.